Hey guys, sorry about starting a little bit late. I just wanted to pop my chat out, but my computer's being super laggy for some reason. So it's good to see everybody in here today. As soon as my computer catches up to me, I'll be able to say hi to each of you, but I can see most of you. Susan Toker, Jesse Mendez, well, Toledo Jess. Plugs for Days, Frederick Romano, Brooklyn Treasure Hunter. I got a mail call from you, buddy. But my computer is being really laggy for some reason. I don't know why. And backstage, we got a couple fellas waiting to come up. Who else we got? Starries, Justice Swinging, Phil Bortner. Finally got my chat up. Liz, Digging Canuck, I know you're here. I saw you in the chat. Donald Goodrow. But yeah, it's super laggy. Shannon Bortner, Patty Disharoon. When she has her poetry printed, guys gotta read it. Very good poetry. It's Madison, Maine. Clark's Cove. Who else we got here? Mark the Berg. Janine Patterson, JPP. Ed flashing your pan. So real quick, I want to do, I don't think I missed anybody. Hopefully I didn't. Iron Antler. Sorry, dude. I'm going to run over on yours a little bit. I started a little bit later tonight. Make sure you guys pop over to see him. The other side of the boat. Make sure you guys pop over to see him after me. Real quick mail call, and then we'll bring our guests in. I got a letter from Brooklyn Treasure Hunter. So he gave me lots of stickers for days. That's great, because that's good for giveaways. And guess what else he gave me? Little Brooklyn Treasure Hunter pins. So next Wednesday night, I'm going to be giving away a whole lot of stuff that's going to be included. I got metal detecting Brooklyn pins too. I'm going to have pictures of all this stuff that I'm going to give away next week, because Christmas actually starts Christmas Day. Fat Magnet Guy, what's up, dude? So next Wednesday night, it's going to be a lot of giveaways. And tonight, we got the Gold Digger metal detectors. That's who I get all my treasure seeking supplies from. If you guys are in the market, I know a lot of people go to a lot of, Calico or the Digger's Den, a lot of different other suppliers, dealers. But this is who I deal with. Just mention Jersey Ray Diggs. You never know what'll happen. Alley Cat, Tim, what's up? Not Mark Santa Saria. Sorry, I really can't see. Santa Saria. Jeff's Obsessions. So he wrote, thanks for having him on the stream. He had a great time. That was open mic night. Here are a few of my channel stickers and buttons for you to use on your giveaways. So you guys are going to be lucky with that. Detecting Open Noggin came up on open mic night 2. So he gave me a Christmas card. And in it is a coin. I know you guys probably can't see it, but a little coin. And a little Christmas card. Merry Christmas. So that's my mail call. This is my spotlight tonight. Gold Digger metal detectors. Give them a call. Get you that new Deus 2 when they get shipped here. Or get you that new Legend, which I'm on the list for. So, Wicked Digger. So let's bring up our guests tonight. That's enough about me. Let's talk about them. First, we got the one, the only, Ed, flashing your pan.
How you doing, Rich?
All right. And then we got Toledo Jesse. We got
Yeah, you
Parker.
might be having technical issues. Pardon
Yeah.
me, I'm enjoying my Havana from my dear friend Diggin Connect.
Yeah, I can't get my camera to work on here for some reason, but Maybe next time I'll get it figured out.
Well, we can hear you, so
Well, and I can see you guys. So
I
that
don't mind. I mean, I had Nick Molnar on one time when I did the open mic, and he was, he didn't do the video, so it's good. As long as we can hear you.
yeah, but that's all they
Marty
wanted.
is nuts.
Nobody wants to look at me.
Okay, a couple more hellos. We got Marty is nuts about digging and Blackbeard Jay. Two awesome people. Somebody got their YouTube on. So, and John.
Mine is, I do, but it's muted and I have headphones on. So
Okay,
My
now,
headphones broke.
all right, now I got the chat up in YouTube. Hey, everybody.
Liz said, "Smoke that stogie." Ed.
you bet you, Liz. Love it. Thank you, sister.
So, let's get to know more about you guys. So, we got to do the obligatory, usual, everybody asks them questions. How did you get started in your treasure seeking adventures? Because, Ed, I know you do a little bit of metal detecting, but you primarily do gold panning, and Jess, you do gold. You guys are prospectors. But how did you get how did you get into that? That's not like seeing a guy on a beach with a metal detector, so
My foster brother Lawrence, we call him Junior, was watching the Buzzard. George Massey, the founder of Gold Prospectors Association of America, and I was down in California visiting my parents at that time and was at his house, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. And then I went back up to Washington, and I'm like, started getting more into the mining history and started from there. And I've had gold fever ever since. And I've always liked rocks, fossils, collecting coins and tokens primarily, and whatever caught my fancy. And just been with it ever since. About 30 years now, 30 plus.
so basically as old as you are.
Pretty much.
Why, thank you. Yeah, I started off as a wee little baby. No.
And what about you, Jess?
Well, I'm a Johnny come lately. I probably started 8 years ago, 8, 9 years ago, something like that. I've been working in a factory all my life and retired. I got I coached youth football for a few years. Got tired of the league getting really soft and it wasn't going right. So I got out of it. And anyways, I was hanging around the house late at night, surfing the TV channel. It was like before the web was a thing,
Yeah.
Uh, and I come across this show called Gold Fever, and I would catch it on every once in a while late at night. It was about prospecting for gold, and I'm going, "Well, that's cool. That's cool. It's fun." It was fun to watch the Buzzard's son, Tom Massey, out prospecting for gold, and talking about it. And one night, or early morning, I should say, there was a show on it. He was in Ohio talking about just panning and finding gold in Ohio. And I'm going, what? What in Ohio? I gotta check this out. So I'm on the internet and I typed in Ohio gold, and that was it, man. That was it. There's gold in Ohio, and I thought, it's glacial gold. And found out the history about how we got gold here, and went through all the steps, joined the GPAA, and being new, I was looking at new product. What's new on the market, what's light and easy for me being retired old man, right? So
Yeah.
So I come up with some. I found something I found a submersible little dredge, and I thought that would be cool for what I'm doing. And in the process of learning how to use that, being on the creek and being on this with a member of the Buckeye chapter, I ran into Ed. And back then he was doing uh, in the shed with Ed, or shed the Ed in the shed, or one
In
of
the
them.
shed with Ed,
In the
yeah.
shed with Ed, right? He was doing that, and he came up on me and started interviewing me about what I was doing, and there we've been pretty much stuck at the hip since then.
The rest is history,
Yeah,
huh, Jess?
yeah. But yeah, that's and as far as metal detecting, I do a little bit. I fool around. I got a few metal detectors. Found my first nuggets with a mine lab. Yep. The gold monster.
Yeah.
And I got couple aces, and yeah, I just been getting into all that stuff. Magnet fishing, just getting into it like everybody else. I've always been a kind of a treasure hunter. When I was out in Nevada, I was out wandering around the desert. I'd look for bottles, and you know, go in the go in the mines and be dumb, and I didn't know any better back then. I was just, let's talk about when I was in my 20s. So I was pretty, I was a 20-year-old, so that's
Yeah,
it.
well, we're all pretty daring when we're 20.
Yeah. Nowadays, I'm cool sitting on the bank just watching too.
So, what's the biggest nugget you found?
The
Most,
three I found, but the three I found in California when we were out there, they were each a gram.
wow.
Yeah, that's what I say. Wow.
That
Those are
was a
those,
fun trip, though.
yeah, it was.
We between all of us, we pulled 1.25 ounces out of the river that day.
Yep.
And we were all YouTubers too,
Right. I think it was 6 of us.
6, I believe it was. What, Top Cat, Two Toes, Smith's Gold, Dano, you, myself, ounce and a quarter.
Yep.
Yeah, I think I found 6.4 grams that day.
Shoot.
Yeah, he
But
found
that
some.
wasn't my biggest. My biggest, I'll doubt if I'll ever find nothing like it again. Once in a lifetime thing. And of course, it happened in like 1992, and gold was only about 300 an ounce. And I had 3 young kids, and I sold it the same weekend I found it. Wish I still had it. Doggone it.
Wow.
But it was big. Almost 5 ounces.
I couldn't even imagine.
It was a eureka moment, that's for sure.
Lots more people in the chat now.
Hey, detecting Okanagan. I love the Okanagan area.
I'm just saying hello to them real quick.
What's
Yeah,
gold now, Joel? I think gold now, current gold prices now,
1770, I believe, right around there.
1370,
1770.
1784 and
Gone up,
75 cents.
gone up since earlier.
Yeah, it went up 75 cents. It's saying, telling me, but, gotta love the internet.
Yeah, yeah.
what advice would you give to somebody who's looking to maybe get into the hobby of gold prospecting? Because I imagine, like in this day and time, it'd be a little hard to make it a living unless you're like out on the Bering Sea.
Unfortunately, where we are, it's kind of a recreational type thing. I'd be a lot more serious if I was out west. But
Right.
number one, first and foremost, don't go overboard. Once you get bit, it's really easy to go out and buy a bunch of equipment and say, yeah, and load it in a truck and go out and find barely enough. You've been on the river, right? You know,
Yeah.
you put in a lot of work that day, and I know you all didn't go home rich. Probably couldn't even buy a sandwich from the vendor with what you found.
Probably
So,
not.
my advice is get a gold pan, just a pan kit, snuffer bottle, and learn how to pan.
Right.
But first
You're
and foremost, which Jesse and I both strongly promote, is join a local club.
right. Your your
Um,
best, your best equipment is going to be the knowledge you gain. Like,
right, and the property,
right,
property, property, property. Um, Permissions, where we're at, it's all private property or leases, so uh, property is a big deal. We have no real public land to say like they do out west. So join a group, and that gives you property. And then tons of people that would be glad to tell you what they know. Believe me, they'll tell you.
Yeah, lots of
And
people were telling me.
I'm sure you ran into that at Gold Rush days when
Yeah,
you
yeah.
were there. And they'll be glad to show you how pan their way,
I was just going to say, everyone will show you how to look for gold and pan their way.
their way,
Everyone pan
right?
their way. So so you go in, you look at it, and you go, okay, that's their way, and that's their way. Now I got to figure out my way, and that's
And
what
whichever way you come with your style of panning,
right.
there's no wrong way of pan. There's three basic steps pretty much after classifying. That's it, and it's repetitive. And but the more you learn it and get a style to it, there's no real wrong way. There's better ways, but no real wrong way. It's whatever works best for you. There's better pans, of course, but no real wrong way to pan unless you like have a pan and just dump it out. Oh, why ain't I getting no gold? Um, and plenty of people that would say, you say, I want to learn how to sluice. They'd probably lend you a sluice box to throw in the water and sluice away. Or someone would say, here, work this. This is called a high banker. You shovel here and you should capture gold there. Uh, your big rocks will fall off here. You happen to use one at Gold Rush,
Yeah.
along with the dredge also.
Hmm.
And, it's the club
I
number
enjoyed
one.
every part of that but I really like the panning.
The
It's
thing,
relaxing.
Yeah.
like Ed always says, a lot of other people say it starts with a pan and ends with a pan.
That's
You
right.
know, you start off by pan testing and uh, where you're
Hello.
where you're gonna dig, and then you find out you're gonna dig. You figure out you're gonna dig in that spot, and you dig and dig and dig. And when you get done processing all that, you end it with a pan and pan it all out. So
Big
painting,
clean gold.
yeah,
So
painting. There's guys out there that can make decent days wage just painting if they're in the right spot. You know,
Yeah.
but can you make a living at it? Huh? It just depends on how much you put into it.
Yeah,
So
it's
yeah,
a
I
lot
mean,
of sweat equity in it.
Right. Yep.
well, any type of hard work will always pay off if you put the
Right.
effort into it.
Well, that's the thing about prospecting is you can put a lot of work into it and not get much out of it, you know. Um, but at least gold wise, anyways, there's other benefits to being out there, and that's just being out there is a benefit. Playing in the dirt is a benefit. Hanging out with cool people is a benefit. But finding gold's fun too.
It is. It's a lot of fun. I mean, it's the same like in the respects of metal detecting. I mean, you could go out by yourself. Definitely a lot more fun if you're with other people, and it's not like you're, swinging your detectors right next to each other. Which I imagine, like if you're off by yourself doing your own little thing with gold panning, like you're either working together on a high banker or you both
Right.
got your own setups, but you're still out there. You still got camaraderie. You
Well,
know, if you
right,
don't find nothing, you had a good time. If you find something, it just makes it better.
right. Well, we encourage everybody, no matter what they're going out to do, metal tech, bagging fish, bottle hunting, any of those activities, prospecting. Don't go out by yourself if you can avoid it. Always take someone with you.
Yeah, always have
Always,
a buddy. It's good
yeah,
practice. A lot of stuff can happen.
Oh, definitely.
anything. So yeah, or make sure somebody knows exactly where you are. So yeah, but definitely have fun. Definitely have fun.
Yeah,
And
it's
I
definitely.
know I always preach this, but it's just a part of my nature that I preach the safety of all this stuff that we do because it's pretty important because you want to do it again.
Yeah, I always I kind of suggest like you should definitely any treasure seeking adventure you're doing. I mean, unless you're in somebody's front yard, but out
Right.
in the fields or out in riverbanks or streams and out in the woods, you should definitely have a buddy with you.
Yes.
Just the safety measures, like you said, anything can happen. I mean, I've been out in the woods when we heard a tree fall, and it couldn't have been more than 30 feet from us,
Yes.
you know, and been out there with a torrential downpour where huge limbs were falling on us, and around us anyway, not on us. So I mean, anything could have happened, and so to
They
have
call those
a buddy system is
widowmakers
always
for
great.
a reason, Rach. One of those big limbs hit you, it will take you out.
Definitely. So it's good to have a buddy system. It's good.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people go, yeah, they talk that stuff all the time. They talk that stuff, and I do it. I understand it gets boring hearing me say these things over again, but it's really important that we remember that. That's all. Just that's the way I am. This guy,
So,
go ahead.
I don't know. I was just gonna think of other questions outside of treasure seeking. Like what are your other interests? Like your other main interests outside of gold panning?
Well, right now, just here recently, I've gotten into doing T-shirts. You know,
Hmm.
so
And don't forget cups.
and cups. Yes, I do those too. So I got me a heat press, and so I've been playing with that. Right now, I'm making some Christmas T-shirts for the wife, and friends and stuff. So other than that, work around this old house of mine.
Uh, Dirty Mac Yackers had a question. Does heavy rain help wash up gold or wash up gold? I'm sure.
Um, Floods help move gold. You'll get new flood gold deposits during flood stages. And it helps when all the material or a good portion of the stream bed actually moves during a flood stage. Landslides, forest fires, they all can contribute to redistribution and redepositing placer gold. So, or free gold from the ore. So,
Right. It's gonna
yes,
take
kind of.
water moves gold. It's got to be a good volume of water.
Shannon Bortner actually had a good thing you should any of us do, that no matter what treasure seeking we're doing. She said as they were coming out of the woods, they saw some bow hunters heading in. So wear your blaze orange. Yeah.
Yeah, especially around that time. Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, in the beginning of the season, I guess it's not as worrisome. I don't think the guys go out quite as much, but it's coming to the end of the season. They don't have them. What, they got, like 5 more weeks, I think, or 6 more weeks. So they're going to be out there as much as they possibly can to get their amount they're allowed. So yeah, definitely wear your orange.
We're blaze. Yeah. Sometimes with us, if we're running dredge or a high banker, they'll hear us.
Yeah, there's
Whoa,
no
whoa.
fear around us when we're running equipment.
They're running towards them. Should
Yeah.
have stayed over there, dude. We would have drove them to you.
Yeah. When you're not, when you're not in stealth mode, the deer are not going to be around you. So,
Yeah, definitely.
and so with that in mind, if you're not hunting for deer, if you're not hunting for that stuff, and hey, make plenty of noise, it'll drive the deer away from you, which in turn drives the hunters away from you.
Well, out here we got hunters in the stands. They don't move around very much.
Oh well.
So yeah, I try to remember. I mean, one of my permissions, I let them know when I'm coming, so you can let me know if the hunter's in the back.
Right.
And then, but if I'm in like the public parks where they allow hunting, then they're not supposed to hunt on Sunday. But not everybody follows the rules, so I do wear the blaze.
No. Don't say that. Everybody follows the rules, don't they?
I don't know. I found arrows on the side where they're not supposed to be hunting. So, like, they have areas they're allowed to hunt in.
Right.
I found, the arrows. What's going on in the chat? Oh, Mark the Bird said he usually walks through the woods making a ton of noise too, Jim.
Yep.
The hunters get a little angry, but hey, this is my life we are talking about.
Right.
Right.
And we have just as much permission to be there as they do. So.
Yeah, I got I see the on the property I hunt on, I see the game cam. So I usually tend to try to stay away from the game cam, but
What, you don't go up to it and make funny faces and
no, I thought about
mess with it?
They get a little mad.
Make hand candles or something in front of it.
I always have to look around too. It's certain, there's no bathrooms, no porta johns, so I got to make sure there's no webcams too.
Right.
Joel said the lens.
Yeah, Wicked Digger says that because of his work schedule and everybody else's work schedule, he pretty much has to go out his own a lot of times. And I can dig that too. I understand that, but at least make sure you let somebody know where you're going to be in case something does happen.
Yeah, that's another good safety protocol. You're right. Like, let a family member or friend or somebody know where you're going to be.
Leave a note on your door. Gone metal detecting. Here, I'm here. I went to such and such park. Whatever.
Yeah, that's always good to do. Because not only wild animals and trees falling, but you also have a lot more crazy people than we used to.
Right. Of course, you leave a note like that, then Mr. Burglar comes over, he goes, "Oh, they're not home."
Or the port pirate with your Amazon package.
Right.
Well, they're not home.
Oh,
I like
yeah.
watching the videos of people's ring cams with the porch pirates.
Yeah. Have you seen the guys that make glitter bombs?
Yeah,
Those-
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
that engineer.
Yeah.
I like his stuff. They're funny. And the fart spray and
Yeah.
Yeah.
The glitter bomb's cool because it gives enough time for them to get it into their car and explode in their car. And just mess the whole inside their car up too. Little revenge while he's at it.
Gary's metal detecting has to drive home now. Thanks for joining us, dude. Just looking to see what's going on in the chat.
Everybody's got their own pan preference. Uh, Detective Okanagan uses a 15-inch Garrett Super Sleuths. And
the Arbor fabrication classifier. I know Dan Hurd really likes his, I believe.
Yeah.
No, it's Clash. Clash
Clash
really likes his.
Flesh.
I like my pans. I don't know where I put them, but I like them. Because some really cool, laid back dude gave them to me.
I wonder who those guys were, Jesse.
I don't know. They're just some random.
I don't know. Sometimes you can't give those things away.
We talked about that already, Jack. You'll have to watch the replay. No, I'm just kidding.
I didn't find any gold nuggets. I don't think. But I did find a lot of garnets. I think I was probably more excited about those, actually.
You were at Gold Rush days up at the Swag, right?
Yeah.
You didn't come to Flash Bash, did you?
No.
No.
She wanted to this year, but couldn't make it.
Yeah, I wanted to this year, but I couldn't get her off.
Yeah, where we were at, a lot of fossils there. That would have been fun.
And the gold where Flash Bash was usually better in size and quantity compared to where you were for Gold Rush days.
Mhm.
Just where Gold Rush days is a GPAA lease, and it's been leased by the GPAA for like 25 years. So a lot of people have panned and sluiced and dredged and high banked there. So, but Jesse's found several pickers there. I found some nice gold there. It's a game of inches.
Yep.
But my biggest one was a long, long time ago, Jake. And one day I'd like to find another one.
Well, I know there's no gold down here.
I believe Jersey has a little gold, but not a lot.
I think it's way up north in the mountains, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, not down where I'm at. Maybe old shipwreck gold, but that's about it.
Yeah, that works. I'd take some of that.
Oh yeah.
I would do it if I could find it. Yeah. When I lived in Maryland, I lived on a farm, and there was a little, nice little brook that went through it. And I remember I was thinking, I'm going to pan for gold because I'd only ever seen the movies, like there weren't even the TV shows yet.
Right.
And so this was like, around 90, 91, somewhere around there. So I did have this little gold pan I had picked up somewhere. So I was out there in the creek just trying to figure out how to do it.
There
I
you
had no
go.
clue.
And getting dirty and wet and having a good time,
Oh
looking
yeah, I
for
had a
that
lot of fun.
flash in your pan.
I didn't find any flashes in my pan. I didn't even know what I was doing. I just was remember what I'd seen in the movies, and I was trying to do that, and I had a lot of the movement that you showed me down, but not the fine detail. I was just, I knew I had to work
Right.
to figure stuff out, but that was about it. I didn't, whatever I knew, I'd only seen in movies, old
Right.
westerns.
Well,
So
that's the thing too. A lot of people get on YouTube and watch other people showing how to pan and this and that, and you can watch a ton of videos, but until you actually get out there and do it yourself and have someone explain right there while you're doing it, what you're doing and what you're actually looking for, it's yeah, you got to get out and do it. That's why I used to tell people, yeah, watch YouTube, watch YouTube. That'll show you. But I learned that no, you actually need to join a club. Join a club, hang out with people that do it, hang out with people that are going to show you. You know, that's the way it gets done.
that's probably the best way. It's like when I take newbies out to the metal detector, I just put the detector in their hand. Tell them
Right,
just listen to the tones.
right. And then you help them figure it out. You
Yeah,
know,
well, I took a woman recently. She's majored in archaeology, and she was really interested. And I only had my Knox 800 with me, so that's what she got to use. So I
yep,
didn't even really show her how to swing it. I just told her you got to keep it moving, keep it flat. I would
right.
guide the front of it sometimes for her, and the first signal she heard was a silver quarter, so she's probably
Mm.
pretty
Well,
much.
she's hooked.
Yeah.
She-
Yeah,
she-
I mean, I was
and
digging
that's
the
it.
holes for her, helping her pinpoint, but for the most part, it was like, teaching them to drive a car. Just
Right. Well, it's the same thing like, looking for gold too. You get somebody out there and they'll get lucky the first time and find a nice picker or a nice amount of gold and they're hooked. They're hooked.
Beginner's luck.
Yep, they're hooked, so yeah, it happens all the time.
it's fun watching their faces when they find something really cool for the very first time.
Oh, just say, yeah. I still smile when I think about the first time I found my first piece of wild gold. So yeah.
I thought the gold was cool, but I'm being honest, I really got excited over those garnets. And I mean, it is my birthstone, and I never really cared for it, but I was just excited. I was like, wow, those are wild garnets. I've never,
Wild card, that's right. There's a difference in there.
yeah,
And it's
it
really
was
cool
really
when
cool.
you find a really cool fossil or actually in the creek right where you guys were digging. I believe you know Patrick O'Masters and Susie Weiss, but Patrick O'Master found a large cent in the tailing piles during a common dig, pretty
Yep.
much right where you guys were working my high banker and dredge before.
In front of that tree.
Nice.
And and I've been lucky enough so far to find two arrowheads while prospecting, and that was as exciting as a nice piece of gold, in my personal opinion.
Well, and check it out. That spot where he found that coin, right there is where those three pickers came from that one day on that common dig.
Yeah, that had to be pretty cool to find a coin when you're looking for gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, you never know what you'll dig up in a river, creek,
Right.
Look at Aquajigger.
Yeah, yeah. That's what Mike Fine said that Aqua Chigger's gonna go out with him and teach him how to pan in the future.
Yeah, the Jigs had quite a bit of experience out west in Alaska
Yeah,
with some pretty well-known people in the gold prospecting community too. So
yeah, he does a lot of
that's
traveling.
one day I hope to meet that guy. I really want to go caving with them. I think that'd be cool. Do a little spelunking with old Jig,
Yeah, he's a
old
cool dude.
Bo.
He's a real nice dude. Um, he's a Mark Santaserita. I know I'm probably saying your name wrong, but he said he's on the commission with his headlamp on in New Jersey. So I guess he's detecting right now.
Wow.
It's not that bad right now. It's like I don't know what you guys are pretty warm out there in Ohio, right?
Yeah.
It was in the 50s today. Like right now, it's 58.
That was
Shoot. Think about hitting Pickers Hollow.
that's
It's so
57.
nice.
Tomorrow's going to be in the 60s also.
Yeah, I don't know what our I should look because I'm out in it all day, you know. But yeah, no, it was nice today. I wish I
I
wasn't
bet you
working.
could have wore shorts, huh?
Nah, I wasn't that warm. Tomorrow's gonna be 61 and 60 on Friday. Nice delivering weather. Heavy metal detective.
What's up, Heavy Meadow?
Later, Starry.
JVP says she just has her aunt and her sister-in-law that can detect with her every once in a while. Most of the time, she's by herself. Well,
Just be careful.
always make sure somebody knows where you are if you're like, in some place that
I
you
would think it would be. It would be, wouldn't it? It seems to me it would be a little more dangerous for women to be out there by themselves.
I would think so.
You know, uh, some of the guys I've seen lately, though, maybe that not so much anymore.
I
Oh
don't know. I don't
no.
think I can outrun anybody anymore. So yeah, I think
No, I know I can't, so I don't have to.
in the future, I have a video coming out where I went shark tooth hunting and I took a friend of mine to do it, and we stayed till it was dark. So heading out, it was actually dark, and there was a guy walking. We had headlamps on, and there's a guy walking into the woods while we were
And you're
walking
walking
out,
out. Yeah.
and he didn't have a headlamp on. I don't want to know what he was doing. Hey,
Nah,
Ram Detective.
no,
So
I
what?
wouldn't want to know. I just want to know that he's still going opposite of me.
Yeah, he was going opposite. He was going
That's
into the
all
woods.
that matters.
So, what are you guys' plans for the upcoming year? I mean, you got any big plans for next year? Because I know, most of 2019 and half of last year, there really wasn't much any of us could do.
Yeah. Well, it's usually the plans. My plan is to go out more. But it's the same plan I have every year, and I
Right.
never get to accomplish it. But yeah, go out more.
And go out more often,
Yep.
different places. Um, yeah, but it's kind of hard.
Yep.
Even for retired guys like that guy. So,
Yeah. It's always something, right?
Yeah, I'm hoping to travel a lot more next year. This
yeah, there's some places I'd like to go, but so far we're thinking of places for Flash Bash in June. We'll have a couple events like always. Flash Bash, then Prospector Days, and
Yeah. There's like
Gold
three.
Rush.
Yeah, there's like three dates that are pretty set for us uh, throughout the summer. Then we got to work around that. You know. Oh, then when this year we got the gold shows back, so that adds another.
That's true, and it's in May this year instead of October.
Right. So that
So
adds.
Gold Rush.
A gold show.
Oh, Gold Show.
In May 14th and 15th, I think it is in Columbus, Ohio. Flash and Your Pan Crew will be in the panning zone. So
Very cool. And when
we'll,
is Flash Bash this year?
it's always the first weekend in June.
I don't remember.
The only thing that changes is the location. You know, but
Yeah,
that weekend.
I'm trying to remember what weekend I'm off. Because every 6 weeks I have a long weekend.
Uh,
And like I would drive out there. I think it's the first weekend in June.
it's the first weekend of the month. I don't know. We're kind of hoping that somebody will volunteer a place down south. For us to have a flash bash. But the problem for us is we can't put one on down there. Someone down there has to put one on for us.
right. To obtain the property and the logistics would be a nightmare.
For us
But
to be able to do.
that's why we kind of stick local in Ohio for Flash Bash.
Yeah, we have places we can go in Ohio that we know.
Yeah. I'm not sure when I'm off. It's either the first weekend or the second weekend. But
And all you people down south that are prospectors down there, that was a hint.
hey, Nick Monar.
Ruby's shaking her head like she didn't know that.
So, do you guys? I know you guys both dabble with metal detecting. What is your best find with a metal detector besides gold?
Well, besides gold,
Yeah.
I found a Kennedy hat in my front yard.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And there's my very first silver I found underneath our clothesline
Nice.
at our house. And detecting with Dano at another permission at another house, I found a silver quarter under their clothesline. So, and a lot of nails.
Yeah,
Hit them
clotheslines are good. When I'm at a property where the house is still there, I try to I have an 1840 mansion right now on a school property. But behind it would have been somewhere behind there would have been the clothesline. But I think the top lot now probably would have been about where they would have had the clothesline. But that's one of the things I try to find is where the clothesline was at. Because, hanging the pants, the husband's pants.
It makes total sense to me. And but for a long time, all my best finds were in my own backyard when I was practicing on making plugs. You know, I'd rather have little dead round circles all over my backyard, learning how to make a plug that won't die instead of doing it on some permissions yard.
Yeah.
Actually,
No, you can't come back. My yard looked like a leopard with all those dead spots all over it.
actually, my best find was the same time Ed found that dime at Dano's.
All
I
those
found
matchboxes.
I found a parking lot of Matchbox cars.
Wow.
Yeah,
Must have been a sandbox there or something.
yeah, there was a sandbox there one time.
Could have been.
I found a bunch of Matchbox cars.
I used to find the bald spot in the backyard and make a little road out of it and play with my little matchbox.
Same here.
Oh, no, Nick, I didn't see it yet, but I will watch it after the stream. Speaking of real fast, I do have to mention because Mike's in the chat from Great Finds. He's about to do a giveaway So he asked me to mention it. He's giving away. I'm gonna share it real fast if you guys don't mind.
No, not at all. Can you do me a favor and put me in backstage? I need to go visit the little boy's room.
Yeah, that's no problem, man. Hang on.
I'll be right
It'll take a second.
back.
Because like I said, my computer's not wanting to move real fast. All right, you're going backstage, Ed. All right, well, Ed is backstage. Let's go back to sharing the screen. Now I lost it. Oh, there it is. All right, Mike, yeah, he's still in there. So, Mike from Great Finds has a giveaway. I think I'm slower than my computer because I was waiting for it to share the screen and I never hit the button. So this is what he's giving away when my computer catches up. Sorry, guys, I don't know. It's got a lot of lag. Probably have to dump some memory.
Oh, that's like
Yeah, it's got real bad lag. But while I'm sharing it, Mike, if you want to tell everybody what they got to do in the chat, there it is. That's what he's giving away.
that's cool.
Yeah, 1924 peace dollar.
Nice.
Yeah, Dirty Mag Yackers, you can drop his link if you want. So he has his giveaway coming up. I'm sorry, Mike, but like my train of thought just missed. I think it was for 500 subs, or it might have been more. I could always look at the chat. Oh, once he gets 500 subs, he'll be giving it away. So you guys get him to 500 subs, and he's
Where is
going to be giving away this 1924 peace dollar. And these are great coins.
He's at
So,
482, huh?
huh?
He's at 482.
I
Get
think
over
we
there
got
and sub him if you haven't subbed him.
Yeah, definitely. Ed's back.
Ta-da!
Uh-huh.
I kind of like this setup now. This is pretty cool. I did it, StreamYard did it itself. So yes, if you guys have not subbed Great Finds already, head over to his channel, GR8 Finds. Dirty Mag Yapper shared the link, or he's going to.
He already did.
And Mike said to comment on his videos, and he will add you to the giveaway. So I don't know. We got squeaked to 500.
I'm already subscribed to him. I'm already subscribed to him.
Yeah, a lot of us are, but amazingly, a lot of us weren't subbed to Squeak, and we got to Squeak to 500. So I think,
Yeah, but even if you think you are, you need to go check.
Oh, yeah. That's true. It seems like every time I watch some of Bo's stuff, I gotta resubscribe to him or re-click his bell.
He's got some great hunts with the Chig and Keystone History Hoarders coming up, and in the future with me too. So
cool.
One day I'll drive out there, and possibly Mike and Bo come up here. That'll be cool. So let's get him to 500 and win that peace dollar. If you don't already have one, you need this one. They're great coins. I got a couple. And like I said,
I had a couple.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't find them. I did and I didn't. So yeah, next week I'll be giving away a lot of stuff. And for those of you who don't know and just met Ed and Jess tonight, Tuesday night at 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
Tuesday nights at 8 o'clock. You got Flash in Your Pan and the Flash Fam. And You don't want to miss that. It's a great stream.
Well, thank you, Rach. Yeah, we're going on our 5th year too.
Yeah.
July 22nd or June 22nd. I don't know, July or June
June.
22nd. Huh?
Thought it
June?
was June.
I think you're right. Will be our 5th year going live to yet miss a Tuesday night Hangout Live. I haven't missed one yet.
Just say I'm right.
You're right, Jeff.
Okay.
You're right, Jeff.
And it's all Ed's fault.
Yeah, 5 years steady. That's
This was fun, Rachel. I'm really struggling with not being the host.
I'm really struggling being the host, so thank you. It was
doing
fun.
fine. It takes time to be as polished as the Toledo Jazz.
Yes, it does. That's who I'm modeling myself after.
Oh, don't do that. Oh, don't do that.
You're in trouble now.
You're better off doing yourself.
That's right. That's right.
Don't try to be me.
Doing the best me I can.
That's right. That's what you got to do. You got to be, upfront, honest with the people, and you'll be fine.
Oh yeah,
you'll be fine. And if they don't like it, you know what they can do.
Mm-hmm. They can go watch somebody else.
Yeah, exactly.
Turn the channel.
Yep.
I multitask. That's why I tell people I may not always comment on a video, or I may not always chat, because a lot of times my TV's like right here. A lot of times I use my app on my TV, so I can give a thumbs up, but I can't like leave a comment.
Right.
And sometimes I watch the streams. Like I watch your streams most of the time on my TV.
Right.
So I try to start off now on my phone, so I can at least let you know I'm there and chat a little bit. But I much prefer to watch. I think my TV's like 50-something inches over this.
Oh yeah. I could imagine. So I'd hate to have to watch it. I don't watch much on my phone, so look at that screen and see. I got these babies, and
I got mine at work, and I get double vision a lot. So the glasses aren't going to do anything for that. You remember old school TVs where it would ghost?
Oh yeah.
Like kind of like a layer. So that's what I get. So the glasses don't do anything for that. That's just like something with a nerve. So that's why I prefer to watch on my TV, because it's bigger. I don't have to focus as hard.
Right.
So so a lot of people will get a thumbs up from me. I do try to make sure I at least once a month, twice a month on every channel I'm sub to comment on the videos. But it gets to be a lot. And
yeah, shoot, I think I have like 57,000 channels I'm subscribed to, or something like ridiculous amount. And someone said something about, was it Starry, about commenting and liking to stay subscribed, and I'm still subscribed to channels where I don't think I've even watched them in a year. It's kind of pathetic, actually.
I've got channels that I probably only watched one time a long time ago, but I'm still subscribed to them. But then I've got other channels that I watch periodically that I have to keep checking to see if I'm still subscribed.
It seems like some of the channels that I watch to mostly, and I get unsubscribed to, and even comment. I stopped commenting on Bo's videos, though, because he never replies back. So.
He only replies when he does. It's like maybe the first 10 comments, and they got to come in like right after he posted that video.
Well, that man has over 1.5 billion subscribers, I think, now. it's kind of hard. I'm sure he gets inundated with comments.
Oh,
Oh,
no
he
doubt.
does. He does.
I could imagine. I could imagine.
But you know, like he has his I think he has that what you call it? What's that offshoot everybody uses where you can pay the membership and then you get little perks?
Oh, Patreon.
Yeah, he has a Patreon.
Oh, he does have a Patreon account.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For those people, you know, he does, which is, I mean, when you have 1 million subs, yeah, you got to kind of do that. But
Right.
mostly if you're commenting in there, it's mostly actually going to help, you know, like people are going to be like, who's this commenting and check you out, you know? The
Oh yeah,
channel.
I'll read comments. Some of the best entertainment's in the comments
Oh,
section.
yeah.
So then I'll check out channels and I'll go, ooh, cool. And I have all my subscriptions public because I'll look at other pages and go see who they're subscribed to. And I found some really cool channels by doing that. Say, oh, that looks cool. Their avatar looks cool. That's the catchy name.
Yeah, check
Click.
out a couple videos. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I mean, like the people I'm closer to, like you know, and everybody in the chat, you know, I do try to at least, you know, as much as I possibly can watch their videos. So I mean, like, can you dig it? Metal detecting. He puts out, I don't know, 1 or 2 videos a day. I can't obviously keep up with that many videos, but
Yeah,
Right.
I do watch a
I
lot
like
of his
to get
videos.
put one out every couple days, maybe once a week. That's cool. Every couple days, maybe. You know, that's fine. I watch those. But if you're putting out tons of videos, there's no way I'm gonna watch them all.
No,
Watch them
you're
all.
not. But you'll still get as a you know a content provider, you'll still get a lot of views. You know, because the more you're putting out, the more you're going to be showing up in the algorithm. And so
Want to know a secret with me? I don't think I've told anyone on YouTube this before, but I love live streams and I love being a streamer.
yeah,
So if I have a choice between a subscription that's live and one that, or a premiere and one that just dropped a video, I'm gonna take the premiere or the live over the video anyway, because what I love is the interaction.
I was just going to say that it's all the interaction between the people in the chat, or as the viewer, you're chatting with your friend while watching your friend on the or somebody you know you enjoy watching.
Right.
You know, at the same time. So, like I said, a lot of times I'll just watch your stream. You know,
So
I enjoy
we have a lot
watching your
of people
stream.
that do that. We have a lot of people that just watch. We know they're there, so we shout them out
And,
anyway. You know.
and you know, Rach, we love our lurkers too.
Yeah, I'm
You
usually a
know.
lurker. Uh, you know, I enjoy chatting a little bit, but you know, if I'm sitting on my computer, I will definitely chat in a stream. But when I'm on my phone, it takes me 4 years to at somebody's name to reply a hello. You know,
I
Oh
don't
by
have
the
that
time
problem.
I'm done, the stream's over.
If
So,
I don't know your name, I'll ask you, and I'll probably ask you 2 or 3 times before I remember it.
oh, there's a lot of
Otherwise,
people I don't know. I don't know their name.
yeah. Otherwise, it's hey you,
yeah.
hey, yeah, you know. But listen, I have to get off here. I got some things I got to do. But I really appreciate you having me on tonight.
Well,
Uh,
thanks for joining, Jess. We're probably gonna end it
uh,
pretty soon anyway, because
oh, are you? Are you getting ready to come up here? You know, but
yeah, I started the stream late. I usually try to end before Iron Antler Adventures.
uh-huh.
I know some people probably already popped over to him.
I don't think he's having a live stream tonight.
Oh, I didn't really. I wasn't even on Facebook today, so I didn't.
I thought that's what he said in chat at
Oh, you may
towards
have.
the beginning of the show.
Well,
Yes.
thanks for
And
doing it, Jeff.
Yeah.
I'll
I
stick
need to
with
get
it for a
going.
little
Hey,
bit.
I appreciate you having me on. Good night to everybody. Thank you, Alley Cat Treasures. Uh, it's been fun. I want to do this again. Maybe,
All right.
maybe, maybe just me and you. All right, get rid of that guy down there.
Oh,
We
I
don't
don't
need
even
him.
know who that guy is.
Yeah, we don't need him.
All right, Jeff.
it's nice
Uh,
being on the other foot, huh, Jesse?
usually it's where you see him, you see me. You know.
Yeah.
So,
Hey,
but
Yeah.
Jeff.
I appreciate you having me on, and everybody in the chat room. Thank you for being here and listening to our silly stories.
Yeah, Tim said he's off his live tonight, so I guess we can go a little longer if you want, Ed. Thanks, Jesse. You rock, dude. I appreciate
And
it
I'm going to
so
say
much.
good night. Yep. You guys have a good one. Have fun.
Later, Jesse. See
Later.
you, Ruby.
Bye.
Bye.
I knew Ruby was lurking in the background.
Yeah.
That's Jesse's wife. You met her at Gold Rush Days.
Yep. Yep. I think everybody else is heading out too. Yeah.
Huh?
Marcy Collins. I didn't get a chance to say hi to you. Sorry
Thank
about
you,
that.
Susan. Marcy. Good night.
Susan Toker. Yeah, so you all make sure on Tuesday nights you're heading over to Flash in Your Pan live stream. Like I said, it's
And
really
we
laid
just
back.
don't have. I'm sorry, Rach. I
No,
was
that's all right.
just gonna say, and it isn't. We just have gold prospectors on.
No,
We
lots of
have
people.
a whole array of treasure hunters. If you don't know, I know a lot of people in the audience are part of the Flash fam.
Yeah.
So, um, bottle hunters, magnet fishermen, fisherettes, whatever. Uh, all kinds of stuff. Dump diggers. If it's treasure, we're in it. You're part of the hand.
That's right. It's all, no matter what treasure you're seeking, it's all treasure seeking.
That's right, sis. That's right.
Yeah, so there's lots of good people to watch Monday night. Detect America. Um, let's see, Wednesday night's me. And usually at 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern is Iron Antler, but he took the night off. Lots of people. I'm like,
Iron Antler, the show must go on. The show must go on. Sorry, just me.
sometimes things come up, like, they just started not that long ago. It's a good stream, it's going places. Gotta give
Yeah,
them.
I think I've dropped into Iron Antler's live stream once when I got him. Um, During the winter time, it's kind of hard because I'm all bundled up for work, and then I commute quite a ways a lot of times, and then I get home and I shed all my layers and I sit back here and I do some work. And like you, I multitask. So I have something here on this monitor, something here on that monitor, something over here on that monitor, wishing I had a fourth. And
We almost forgot. Thursday nights we have Liz.
oh, yeah.
Sunday
Yeah.
morning
Can't
she's got
forget our
the
sister Digging Connect.
Yeah. Sunday mornings, Mayor Videos. He wasn't in the chat tonight, but he's Sunday mornings after Liz.
Then I believe Shane
Ohio
from
River.
Ohio River History has his show on Thirsty Thursdays.
That's right. And that's after Liz. And guess who's going to be on there?
Um, you.
Well, I'm not a guest. I have something that I'm donating for a giveaway.
Oh, cool, cool.
Yeah. And then you got JP's and Lawns and Moore's
Yep, they're JP's
Saturday nights.
Bar at 9 p.m. Eastern Time every Saturday. Uh, but Shane's a great guy. Him and oh, doggone it, Nick. Him and Nick came for the day to Flash Bash and spent the day with us and ran my dredge and stuff. They found gold, got hooked, and got addicted to another finger of the treasure hunt in hand.
Yeah, I
Uh,
had a blast at the Gold Rush.
well, I'm glad you had a blast, and I'm glad you joined us in our camp for that weekend.
Yeah, it was a good time. It was a good time. Looking forward to one day getting to do it again.
Oh, I'm sure our trails will cross again, and I'll see you again on the river.
Yep,
There's a reason I say that every Tuesday night. It does happen.
it does. It's amazing how things just work out the way they work out.
Yeah, and the community on YouTube and the people I've met from YouTube because of YouTube, uh, from coast to coast. And it's been great. And you've tasted that, when we met at Gold Rush Days, you were on a nice little tour of your own. You
Yeah,
went down and had a really great time with Paul and Belinda.
yeah.
Um, did you hook up with Emily too?
No, Brandon in Alabama.
Brandon, yeah, he was a great guest on our show. I'd love to go get some of that Bama golden artifacts with Brandon. That'd be cool. Oh, we have that Lou guy in the house, that Indiana Tones.
Yeah, but I think he's on the. I know I was doing it on
Hey,
the thing
Lewis, how
wrong.
you doing? It's good to see you. I
Love
need
Lou.
I need to really talk more with that guy. I'd like to get him on the show sometime.
Bruce is watching too. Delver is Bruce. Yeah. Speaking of channels to watch, you guys need to check out Tim, Alley Cat Treasures. I watched a video of his last week, and yeah, I really, for the most part, any videos we watch, we want to enjoy. It's enjoyable watching Tim because he's having such a good time detecting. He goes out with his bounty hunter, and he's just excited about everything he finds.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and it's a good watch. Like he's happy to be out there doing it, and
Uh,
videos like that make you feel good too. And it's like, yeah, he found a square. He found a nail, and he's happy about it. Reminds you of when you used to be happy finding shotgun shells because you were like, wow, this is cool. After a million, then you're like, wow, okay, not so cool. But yeah, you guys got to check out Alley Cat Treasures. He just started detecting, and he's having a blast doing it. So that makes it enjoyable to watch.
I thought we had you on our list, Dirty Mag Yackers. Oh,
What is it?
oh, I'm looking at my list of guests. There's
Wow.
4 months, 2 months, 3 months out. Let me see. I'm done with this one. There's November. We're in December. Uh, I'm gonna have to get more guests lined up. I could have swore. Well, we don't need Adam, Jake. Just you come on. You could represent.
What else we got in here? They're saying hi to Lou.
Well, right on. Right on. And Ray Gonzalez. Hello.
He just popped in.
If you have yet hit the like button, please do for my sister Rach right here.
Thank you, Ed, my brother. I gotta say, doing this stuff, I got two brothers now, you know. I mean, I have three. I have my brother. I got you, my first YouTube brother, and then I got Juice, my second YouTube brother.
Right on.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, have you watched any of his videos yet? Can you dig it,
Juice?
metal detecting?
Oh, can you dig it? I don't know. Maybe.
Very energetic. I love his videos. They're like very energetic. They're good videos. Like I said, he puts a lot out. Thank you, Dirty Mac Yackers. That's Jake. And Jake is my stepbrother.
Right on.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, I know, Tim, that you're using a little Garrett's pouch. He won a giveaway, and I had this little coin purse that Garrett has, and I just seen somebody else have it in the video. It's a little coin purse, and he had that all set up. JBP has a small magnet to take when she goes kayaking to try to find something. Yeah, I have a small magnet too. I'm not about to go get no 1,000-pounder. I don't need to try to lift something out of the water that weighs 1,000 pounds.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, kidding me? If I had one that strong, I would definitely have it hooked to the side of the bridge.
That's mostly my luck too with the
Yeah,
magnet, but
I'm good with 300-pounder. That's good. It's cheap, and if it gets stuck to the bridge, it's staying there.
I think my brute is actually my one-sided brute. I believe is 800. It might be 1,200 or something, but I did get a double-sided brute, but I ended up doing a Raz on it instead. I'll get another one when
Yeah,
my
I might upgrade in the future, but it's fun, but it's still I haven't caught the fever for it, so
oh, it's fun, yeah.
yeah.
Um,
Jake said they have solved 4 cold cases with their magnets,
cool.
and the 880-pound is the best, honestly.
Oh,
I don't know, maybe in the future. Like so far, I haven't really found much with a magnet, so. But I guess I'm going to water that's pretty clean. It's like nobody dumping anything in there.
yeah. Usually, an area where people go prospect, um, like when I use my Knox or my gold bug in the creek, I'm looking for man-made heavies, barbed
Yeah.
wire and stuff like that, nails, and that will give me an idea where to prospect. And so, because it's a heavy, so gold will fall out too in similar areas.
Yeah, I think I'll use my magnet on my driveway, make sure there's no nails in it.
There's a use for it. You just
Yeah.
have your roof done or something?
No, I was joking. No, I had my porch rebuilt and they weren't real tidy about cleaning up, but I don't think there's
Uh,
any nails in there. A616 Treasures of
uh,
Rock.
great. Oh, Grapevines asked me a question earlier. I typed it in there. But yeah, those bottles I've actually, all of those have come out of the river. Uh, then like, oh, you can't see it because it's a green Coca-Cola bottle, but that
You can kind of see it.
that
There you go.
Coca-Cola bottle, it's bottled in Lima, Ohio, which is like 10 miles from me. And I found it in the Aglaes River near Fort Amanda, which was a fort that was established by Mad Anthony Wayne during the War of 1812. And but no, of course it wasn't his guys that dropped it, but it was a cool river find. And I also found this while prospecting too. It's like Jesse, we were prospecting at a fjord on a creek here just out of town, and we found a wagon wheel. And I found two whiskey bottles that day too. So
Wow.
it's it's cool what you find, you know. And I liked it, and now they have a home, and it wasn't broken at all too, which is nice.
Yeah, I like the old Coke bottles.
Yeah, I like bottles, and I just, if I like it, I'll collect it. Love my rocks, as you can see. Got rocks from all over. Some arrowhead in that wood box there. I found
Nice.
on the Aglaes River, and there's a fossil fish there from Wyoming. And see that little piece there with the flower painted on it?
Yeah.
That's a
Mhm.
piece of like cement plaster. Uh, we rebuilt a building in Van Wert, Ohio, downtown, and that was part
To make it big.
of the side of the building that we worked on, and that part chipped out. And I liked it, so I saved it.
Trying to bring you up big. Hang on.
Oh, that other one right there.
I don't know why it brought me up big. Yeah, no. It's not letting me make you big. I don't know why.
Oh, it is what it is.
Yeah. Well, I'm making me big.
I
Okay.
think if you dragged me over to it, it might do it. I don't know. I don't use my StreamYards
Oh,
as
here.
much as I'd like to.
There we go.
There it is. Yeah, there you right there. You could see an arrowhead there. I found that prospecting, but that right there was part of a mural on a side of a building, and I didn't want to throw it away. And it's a pretty cool painting. Um, I have a bunch of fossils behind me, a kangaroo sack for my poke right there. Put my gold in, my dowsing rods. Um, I found that animal head in the woods. Um, oh, and that little prospector gold guy right there.
Mhm.
I I found him in a pile of scrap at my friend's house where I prospect local, and um, that's at the same property Jesse found the wagon wheel in the fjord.
Oh, okay.
Evidently, there's an old home site. It's no longer there that I want to detect. We found clay pipes there, Indian trade beads. Um, shoot, couple of other cool things, some flint chips and whatnot, but there's supposedly the owner of the property says he wants to show me where the pioneers had their cemetery. It's kind of lost in the woods, and there's a place in the same property that I suspect is a mound, a ritual mound or a burial mound. Um, so it don't look right for the area. It don't look natural, but there's some nice sized trees on it, and it's been there a long time, and I think it might be some type of mound. It looks kind of small for a burial mound, so I think it might be some kind of real ritualistic mound where they
Probably.
might have put in some offerings to whatever god they worshipped or whatever.
Mhm.
So I'd love to. And Joe, my buddy who leases the property, farmland, um, he said he's because the river's now actually going into it. It's meandering and taking out some of it. And he said he's actually found points in the bank there. So maybe there's a cache of arrowheads and spear points there. You never know. And I know on that property some good arrowheads have been found. Not by me yet, but I know of them. But yeah, great finds. Yeah, um, and those bottles. I forget exactly where I found them, but I did find them all. And that there, that's a Peruvian pottery piece that was brought back from my grandfather, along with that doll there from Peru. When my grandfather was a missionary in Peru, and my grandmother were missionaries. But that's a big lead ball that I found in the stream. And I don't know if it's artillery projectile or what it is, but I liked it, so I took it.
That's cool.
And then there's a knife right there, but that's a modern knife. That isn't. It's native made, but it's modern. It's not uh, a relic. Um,
That's cool.
and yeah, that's the actual shed. A picture of the actual shed.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, that's very cool. I just have I don't have a shed. I need to make one.
There you go. And that would be the other wall in the shed. The only clean part of my shed is those two walls. And that's where I did my videos from, and my
Oh yeah.
stickers. That's an article with me on it about finding gold in Ohio. I think the title's For Love and Gold because my better half's from Ohio. I'm from the
Mhm.
West Coast, and she's the reason why I'm here. Any pottery at the mound site? I don't know, Ken, but I'll let you know. But there's some of my toys, my gold pans and my Equinox Gold Go Find or my Mind Lab Go Find 40, my Fisher Gold Bug Pro, couple of different types of sluices, and rocks and rocks and rocks and rocks. The whole shelf has gobs and gobs and all that stuff's rocks and fossils and rocks. And that sign says, "Can't quit your bitching." And I hang that up at our camp whenever we go camping. Probably was hanging up when you came and stayed with us, Rach.
Yeah.
We had our pop-up then, so it would have been hanging on the pop-up somewhere. And yes, you
19.
girls need a she shed.
Yeah, I need to build one. Hurricane Sandy took my shed and I never replaced it.
Oh,
Two brothers said he just got his new metal detector. Can't wait to get good at it. Best advice
uh,
is practice, practice, practice. Get to know that machine.
want to see a cool find though?
Yeah,
See this, you doggone thing. See that helmet right there?
yeah,
I was working on a house doing drywall on drywall the whole house. It was vacant, and we were getting it ready for renters. And that was underneath the stairwell. And it's from the 50s. It's a toy World War II, like air raid type helmet. It it's not. It has that emblem's like a flying eagle on it, and
yeah,
it's. But it reminds me of the hat on the one of the Jig Army shirts I have,
Oh yeah, I know.
where Bo's wearing that World War I helmet,
Yeah,
and that's what that's designed after. But I found that in a house. Another piece of treasure. It's not just gold I'm after. It's the hunt for any treasure.
two brothers said cool story on the helmet.
It's modeled after a doughboy helmet, which what was that? British or American? Were they like that? But it's an actual toy. I shoot. I'm having a real brain fart on the toy manufacturing company, but I found it. I looked at it. I Googled it, and I found a couple. And it's not in the greatest condition, but it's better. It's not terrible. I can still read the label thing on it, on that headpiece right here, or the badge. Uh, so.
Yes, Jake, that's a dog. He's spoiled. He was asking if here, come here. He was on my lap. He jumped up while you were on screen.
Oh, thank you, Grapevines. Ah, hey, Pooch.
He's not looking at the camera. Hey, say hi.
Ruff, ruff. Bow,
He's
wow,
a
wow.
part of the show.
Who let the dogs out?
Yeah, he's not as small as he thinks he is, and he wants to be like held all the time. Thanks, Tim. Yeah, his name is Slash, and he has a boxer brother named Axel.
Ah,
I didn't
some
name
of
him.
you, some of your metal roots coming out, huh? You didn't name them?
GNR is more hard rock than metal. No, if I named them, they would probably be Lars and Kirk.
You do like Metallica. What? Not Dave Mustaine or nothing like that?
No, I like Dave Mustaine, but I like drummers, so
Oh, okay.
I have to go with Lars. And then I would say James, the front man, but I couldn't see a dog named James. Or maybe
Right,
Hetfield.
right.
Yeah, but I'd only have the one dog, so it would probably be Lars.
There you go.
Yeah, maybe I'll change his name.
Hey, Lars, come here.
Nope, he's still laying there. Won't work. He likes his name
Slash.
Slash. Slash. Yeah.
Slash is a good guitarist. You
He
know,
is. He's really good. I just saw them a few months ago in Hershey Park.
Guns N' Roses.
Yeah.
Oh,
Um, the opener was what is he calling his band? Anyway, it's Van Halen's son. It's Wolfie's
oh,
band.
okay.
It's like Monolith or something. He's good, and his music is not at all like his dad's.
Oh, I bet. I bet.
And then Axel came out on time and performed the whole set. But weirdly, they didn't do Patience. And but they did 2 songs from Chinese Democracy, which nobody there except for my brother knew.
Huh.
So it's like 14,999 people didn't know anything from Chinese Democracy. Because when those 2 songs played, those people just sat there like,
What's this?
yeah. And but everything else obviously they knew.
That
But
was my late dog's name, Joel. Wolfgang. Wolfgang Amadeus. Oh, was one of the best dogs I ever had. German Shepherd, Rottweiler, and Collie. Great mutt. Best
yeah,
dog I ever had.
Jake said his would be named Dimebag after Dimebag Darrell. I agree with that. And yeah, may Dimebag rest in peace.
Yeah, yeah. Was
And he loved
killed
the
in
song One by
Ohio.
Metallica. Well, that song actually won. It's probably my all-time favorite song.
What, Nothing Else Matters?
No, one.
Oh, one is a great song, but so is Nothing Else Matters.
It is, but that's more of a ballad. It's. I mean, I like it.
And, and when I'm in the right mood, Fade to Black is one of my favorites.
That's the top 5 for me.
I've seen Metallica like 7 times. Um, Unfortunately, none with ever Cliff Burton,
Yeah,
but um, I saw them their very first show with Jason Newsted of Flotsam and Jetsam, who took over Cliff Burton's position as bass. It was in a rock club in Anaheim, California with Slayer, and it was a really good show.
Relic Reaper said, "Oh, came right on time. Metallica rocks."
Yeah, it does. I'm a big Dave Mustaine fan too. I like Megadeth a lot.
Oh, I like Megadeth. Yes.
There's times for Pink Floyd, usually when I'm comfortably numb, Lisa. So,
Well,
but
I like Money.
money's a good song. Get your hands off my stack. So,
And this is how we went last week. We started about video games and went right to music.
uh,
I
music is the international language, you know.
music? Oh yeah.
Zeppelin has some stuff. Iron Butterfly, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Pantera.
I like Zeppelin more in my older age than I did in my younger age. I'm a lawn hair, not a hippie, and I was born like under the mushroom cloud. My I was really into punk rock and heavy metal in my younger years, you know. Suicidal Tendencies, Dead Kennedys, Black
Yeah.
Flag, um, Dirty Rotten Imbeciles, GBH, and Ramones, and for you East Coasterners, and
Yeah, I know who all those people are.
or the Goo Goo Dolls, and
Yeah.
um,
The cool thing. Anthrax was cool, Ken. You know who? The cool thing about Suicidal Tendencies was when they did a show, uh, and the people that couldn't get in, they would order pizza for them.
oh, cool, cool,
Yeah.
right on.
Anthrax, Fistful, Black Sabbath, Deep
Black
Purple.
Sabbath. Anthrax is good. Deep Purple, I like Deep Purple. There, ZZ Top has its place too. AC/DC, come on, that's a little kid's bubblegum rock band. Sorry to all the Aussies in the audience. No, I'm just joking halfly.
I
I
can.
like AC/DC, but it reminds me of a Cheech and Chong song, Earache My Eye. I only
Yeah.
know three chords, but they've been around forever. They paid their dues, and they do have their place. Quiet Riot.
Yeah,
Now,
the first rock album I bought was Quiet Riot Mental Health.
you don't want to know the first album, the first actual vinyl I ever bought. You would laugh until you'd pee your pants laughing and say, "No way, not you, Ed." I
I don't know, I might be able to
guarantee
beat you
you.
on it, but go ahead.
Oh no, it's bad. It's embarrassing. But I'll tell you because I don't give a beep. Uh, it was the Partridge Family album. See,
There's no wrong
I
way.
told you you'd laugh.
There's no not because you think that was the 70s, man. Like
Oh, I was a kid. I
yeah, I was
was
gonna say
a
you had to
kid.
be a kid. My first was a Elvis Presley album because my mother wanted me to buy it for myself. And then my second one was uh, the Runaways.
Oh yeah. I had a Runaways album. Yeah, I had a Mad Crush on Joan Jett. Hello mother, hello dad, chip 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 chip,
Cherry Bomb.
cherry bomb.
Yeah, that was a long time
Fleetwood
ago.
Mac, yeah, yeah. Waylon Jennings, yeah. The Monkees, I rather like the Monkees, but they're kind of like the Sex Pistols. They're kind of thrown together band for, like Partridge Family and
Well, yeah, because they
stuff
had the
like
two
that.
seasons of the television show that was played over and over again, but I watched it all the time.
Stevie Ray Vaughan, a great blues player, rhythm and blues, Southern rock.
Crew was
Uh,
kind of like glam rock, like
yeah,
the hair
they're a hair band, glam like Poison and White Snake and
exactly.
Cinderella or Def Leppard or something like that.
Oh,
Clash, London Calling, yeah.
Twisted Sister.
Oh yeah, they're a good New York band. Twisted Sister. Snyder's good. Stevie Nicks rocks. Uh, but I like stuff from classical. You name it, I like it. If it's good, I like it. If I think it's good, I like it. If I think it's bad, well. And there's songs from like one of my favorite bands, The Who, for an older band. There's stuff from theirs I don't like. There's some I love. Same with Metallica and Megadeth. Some stuff, I really rock to, and some stuff I'm like, really?
Yeah,
You
just skip
put
it.
you put this out?
Skip
Come
it.
on. Uh,
Yeah.
Danzig, yeah. And there's some stuff from Poison I like, even though like they're a girls glam band, It's a good place to pick up on girls. A lot of girls at Poison concerts.
Yeah. My
Um, but
my
every rose has its thorns. A great song.
yeah, that's when I got that.
And Talk Dirty to Me. So,
Well, my best friend is cousins with Cece.
oh, cool, cool. The Doors, yeah. Jim Morrison was kind of psychotic, though. Madman
I think we
was
should do a show one night that's all music. Like what
that'd be
band do you like?
cool.
We all
Leonard, I've seen Molly Hatchet. They put on a good show. I think that was late 70s. I saw
Yeah.
them at LA Coliseum. George Thorogood. Um, oh shoot, it's been so long. Dave Mustaine, you lie. It says well, no, he don't, because he says hindsight's often 2020, but looking back, it's still a bit fuzzy. That's me. Um, Outlaws, the band. I saw Poison when they opened for Rat before anyone heard of them. I've seen Eddie Money put on a good show. He's a really good rocker for an ex-cop.
Oh, Eddie Money.
Yeah.
I remember when I was younger, like I was terrible with. I knew the songs I liked, but I could never remember the names or who sang it or any of that stuff. I would always have to ask my brother because he would like. We went to even now, like we went to see. I got invited to see Judas Priest. I had VIP tickets, and
Oh
this was about
man,
like
Judas Priest puts on a great show.
they do. This was probably about like 18, 20 years ago. And I called my brother. I'm like, do I like Judas Priest? And he was like, yeah, you like this song, this song, this song. He was like naming them. And if I
Electric
hear it,
Guy, Surgical Steel was a great, or I think it was Surgical Steel, or is that? No, that's a Judas Priest copycat band out of Phoenix, Arizona, was Surgical Steel.
yeah, it's like I know the songs I like, but I can never remember. Like it just wouldn't work in my head to name it and name the band. You know what I mean?
I
I can
think
now. I still have
I
problems like naming the songs, but
I saw Judas Priest with Iron Maiden and the Scorpions at Angel Stadium in Anaheim.
nice.
It's a good show. Good show.
We went to see Maiden. I know it was after my dad died, so about 12 years or so ago. It was before Hurricane Sandy. We went to see it at Madison Square Garden, and it was sold out. So that was cool.
I believe it. Yeah. Iron Maiden puts on a great show. So does Judas Priest.
Yeah, they were good
Yeah.
shows. Except for I didn't like the VIP section I was in for Priest. It was off the side. I like to be right in the front. But
You
that's my
think
thing.
your private lives, think nothing of the kind.
Yeah, breaking the law. I love that.
There is no true escape. I'm watching all the time. I'm made of metal.
Oh, Wicked Digger, we're at in Jersey.
Iron Maiden is awesome. Saw them 3, 4 times. I saw them with Dream Theater in Jersey. Jersey.
I would say probably the Meadowlands or something.
Know
Meadowlands.
what's a weird show though? I saw it. It was at Madame Wan's West in back in my Cali days, or was it Madame Wan's on the Sunset Strip in Santa Monica? I got free tickets from a friend at a fraternity. Um, for Wendy Williams and the Plasmatics with Iggy Pop and the Stooges.
Wow.
Talk about the Holly weirdos coming out that night. Wendy Williams got arrested in her pure form. I think she got arrested after her guitarist licked whipped cream off her nipples. Or was it when she masturbated with the mic? I think that's it. But that was quite a weird show. A lot of weirdos. And I'm pretty strange, sis. But there were a lot of actual weirdos at that show. But great show. Iggy Pop was awesome. Wendy Williams was awesome. The late Wendy O.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that must have been some show.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird people in LA in general, let alone all of Southern California. But uh, that show really brought out some strange people.
Yeah, I lived out in California, and I moved out there in '89. I moved back here in about a year later.
Whereabouts?
I was up by Monterey.
Oh, Monterey Bay area, beautiful area. That's where my mom's from. My mom's from Aptos, which is on the northern part of Monterey Bay. You have Santa Cruz, Aptos, and down here get into like Fort Bragg or
That's
whatever
where I
it
was
is.
at, Fort Bragg.
So in that area, and then my dad's native Anaheim guys.
Oh, okay.
My mom was a Northern Cali beach girl, and my dad was a Anaheim football jock.
Yeah, it
I
was all
didn't
right.
I didn't get the jock, but I got the beach bum. So
That's up by Salinas and what was the other town? But anyway, I turned 21 out there.
oh, there's a place to turn 21 in Northern California.
It wasn't too bad. I went to a comedy club. I can't remember the name of it now. It was fun. It was all right. Yeah, but it wasn't here, so I came back.
Valley Center. I know a desert center, but Valley Center? I'll have to Google map that. My teen years in HB and Costa Mesa. If you're as old as I am, you may remember a punk bar in Costa Mesa called the Cuckoo's Nest. I have seen a lot of good bands there. But HB, that used to be my favorite night surfing beach. Surf the pier. Uh, Go to the Golden Bear. Seen some good bands at the Golden Bear and HB.
Bruce said Arlo Guthrie.
Crocus. Crocus was a good band, Joel.
Crocus.
Crocus.
Bruce said Arlo Guthrie and him had beers in his hotel room after a local show back in the '70s, while his band and equipment was loaded into his bus and they had to leave to the next venue. Oh, never mind. My brother actually got on the bus with L.A. Guns, with Tracy Guns. They played at a place out here that isn't there anymore called the Trade Winds, and there was like a crowd around them at the bus, and everybody's going, oh, like waving their hands, and my brother was just standing there, and so he picked my brother, and he got to go on the bus.
So plugs for days. You and him saw the Backstreet Boys.
No.
Said Jersey and I.
Yeah, he's making a high because I would never gotten to see the Backstreet Boys. But yeah, no.
Oh, Escondido. Oh, okay. I know where you're talking about, Lisa.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that. You know how Guns N' Roses got their names?
I
Originally,
think I heard something about it on a documentary about Slash, but I'm
it
partially
was
blind.
originally Tracy Guns and Axl Rose, Guns N' Roses.
Oh, Guns N' Roses.
Yeah, so they, ended up going their separate ways, but Axl kept the name of the band, Guns N' Roses. So Tracy started his new band, L.A. Guns.
Oh, okay.
You hung out with Brett, Joel? Yeah, I was, because my friend's cousins with Cece, so one of the times they asked me if I wanted tickets, I went, so I was backstage. They were with a Cheap Trick.
Cheap Trick puts on a phenomenal show.
Yeah, I didn't get to watch
I've
the
seen
exact
them
date.
twice, 20 years apart from one another. With the same person, my best friend, Bart Burt. We saw them, oh, geez. It was after the Budokan. So, but we saw them at LA Coliseum. I think I saw them with Molly Hatchet and George Thorogood and about 8 other bands. And then 20 years later, I saw them at Disney House of Blues in Anaheim, and they still put on a great show.
Yeah.
Wonder what kind of guy Brett Michaels was.
I don't know. I didn't really spend much time with my buddy. Does my buddy Tattoo Tony? He's been on one of Brett's specials. But I don't really know him that well. So.
Huh.
I just know he's a little old to be making duck faces. But I mean, outside of whatever fame does to you, outside of that, I mean, there's a lot of positives about Brett Michael. I mean, he is a type 1 diabetic, and he takes, his disease seriously. He doesn't drink.
Right.
That would basically pretty much kill him. Like it's a lot of sugar and alcohol. Um,
Well, he's doing something right. He's been a diabetic for decades,
since he was little.
and yeah, and he still have all his appendages and stuff. I grew
Right.
up with a guy, David Gates, and unfortunately, he died before his time because he didn't take better care of his body, and he drank a lot, and he ended up losing feet, legs, arms, and then he became stubby, and then he ended up giving up the ghost, and he died before his time. So more power to Brett Michaels for that.
Yeah, my niece got diagnosed as a type 1 diabetic about a week after my mom died. She didn't want to tell anybody she wasn't feeling well because we were dealing with, my mom, the process of dying and everything. And then the school sent her to the ER, and her sugar was like, she should have not been standing. That's
Oh
how high.
wow.
She was in ICU for a week. So we found out she was a type 1 diabetic. She was, I remember how old she was, about 15. So they gotta, they really gotta. She's young, so she knows how to play the balancing act of what can I eat and what can I do to bring the sugar, like. But
Keep it all in control.
right, and that's what they got to do. They got to just follow what they got to do. Like you don't want to lose your feet and your hands or whatever, your eyesight.
No, that'd be a real drag.
Yeah, so I got
Make
to
it,
give it to Brett Michaels for, like he's definitely doing what he's got to do to keep himself healthy in respect to his diabetes. But he did have
it's
other health issues lately, in the recent past. So what do he have? Like I don't remember right now. What he had something with his brain about 10 years ago or so.
didn't he have like a little aneurysm or
Yeah,
something?
yeah,
Or
something like that.
but people like that and like Michael J. Fox, you have to give a lot of credit to because they put uh, time back into helping people with those illnesses, like Michael does with diabetes, and uh, Michael J. Fox does with Parkinson,
Right.
and they've still held on to their careers for quite a while, you know.
Michael J. Fox every now and then does something, like he's still in front of the camera here and there, like and he's a big, he's big on the research for Parkinson's. You know, so hopefully, that'll lead to something. Um,
Right.
I only donate to one cause. So sometimes I do the juvenile diabetes or something like that, but mostly I donate to the ALS Society.
I donate hair for wigs for kids, and I help poor people when I can. Not that I'm not poor, but those in more need than me.
Yeah, I try. Well, I until COVID, I used to walk for ALS every year. So the last 3 years I haven't walked. Last 2 years, last 2 or 3 years. Um, I don't know if I'll walk this year, but I do the fundraising I can. 'Cause, it's weird, but I lost like my dad, and then my friend's grandmother, and then a good friend of mine a couple of years ago to it. So it's a nasty disease.
Oh yeah. Well, Rach says it's 9:30.
Yeah, I was looking at the time. Nick wants to put a link in the chat, so go ahead, Nick, before we sign off.
Yeah.
Bring it up
Hi.
and down low. I didn't mean to do that, but yeah.
Hey, no worries. Says uh, going on a great 2 hour show.
Yeah, it was fun,
I've
man. Talking
enjoyed
about music.
myself, and we started talking about another passion. I love all types of music,
Music
and
is good. It gives you a different, like when you need it. Like when I need to be aggressive in traffic, I put on, something heavy.
yeah, yeah,
Um,
I hear you. What I like all depends on the mood I'm in at the
exactly.
time. You know,
If I'm feeling, a little agitated, I might put something on that's calming. You know.
usually when I'm kind of pissed, I'll put on like Suicidal, like "Can't Bring Me Down" by Suicidal,
Yeah.
or like something a little harder, like Megadeth or something. Depends though. If I want to stay that way, I'll put on some harder stuff. If I want to chill out and relax and stuff, then maybe I'll put on like Furry Elise by Beethoven or some
That's my favorite point.
Mozart or something. You know, uh,
Your release
well,
is my favorite.
it's awesome, awesome, awesome song.
It is.
Awesome.
It's like
And
my
see,
all-time
there's
favorite.
another reference to how much of a sloth my music can take. It's pathetic. No, it's actually good. Good. Music is awesome. I just wish I would have, like, there's times like Joel, I've owned drums, I played sax in jazz band in school, and played piano since I was a kid, but there was a time I stopped using it. And you do lose it if you don't use it. I
Yeah.
doubt if I could play ivories at any good or at all anymore, or even the saxophone.
Yeah, I took music lessons here and there in my youth. I think the last thing I took was piano.
I think so, Practical Ken. I love it when I feel like people try and get me down. I just turn it up full blast, and you can't bring me down. I think so too, Wicked Digger. I had the Chris Bodie. Chris Bodie actually puts on an awesome live show. My better half, Judy, really likes Chris Bodie. I'm not for his type of jazz. I like a different type of jazz or big band, like, Glenn Miller Band and stuff like that. I like big band jazz. But Chris Bodie does put on a good show, and he usually has like a very real. He brings out some really good talent. He had some violinist play with them that was absolutely fabulous. But here's a shocker: in the last 10 years, or yeah, I think it's been 10 years since Judy and I went to his show. Yanni actually puts on an outstanding concert. Yeah, Yanni. I know, but Chris Bodie, uh, that was my sax, the alto, yeah. But I did play the tenor also.
Well, I
But
guess we can wrap it up.
oh, there's alto and tenor too. Okay.
Wicked Digger's been playing guitar for 25 years and will go from finger picking acoustic to gain all the way up and playing Megadeth. Just love music.
Awesome, Wicked Digger. I tried teaching myself guitar while I was babysitting my friend Bobby Moore's guitar while he was in the army. He didn't. He knew I would take care of it and he'd be able to get it back. And so I was teaching myself um, guitar. Sure hurt the fingers though. But if
Yeah.
you're interested in a custom guitar, my favorite nephew is the owner of Veritas Guitars out of. They were in Vancouver or Washington, but now they're outside of Nashville, Tennessee. But
My friend's company is Illuminasonic.
Illuminasonic kind
Illuminasonic.
kind of sounds like Illuminati.
No,
Uh,
it's they make aluminum electric guitars.
oh, cool, cool.
Yeah, they sound really awesome. Well,
Yeah.
my throat's
Well,
itchy.
thank you very much, Rach, for giving me the privilege to be on your show.
Well, thank you for coming on my show, Ed.
It's
It's
been a
been really
pleasure.
fun.
And all of your family and part of the Flash fam, if you're not yet part of the Flash fam, check out my channel if you like my live streams. Come join us every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I know there's a few of you I see a lot. Drum Detect, Lisa, Practical Ken, Nick Moeller, all of you. You know, we're all part of the same family. We need to stick together, no
That's right.
matter
We're
what
all shoulders
appendage we
people.
are of the hand.
Yeah.
Liz, love you. I love the cigar. Thank you so much. Mwah! I
Good.
have Mr. Connect. Hope he's doing well. Give you a big fat hug and a kiss for me.
All right, guys.
Thanks, Wicked Digger. Thank you again, Rach. It's been a pleasure, sis. Until
Hey,
next
brother.
time, I hope you get many flashes in your pan.
Thanks, dude.
And I
I'll
know
see
I'll
you.
see you again.
Yes, you will.
Thank you. I'm out of here.
All right. Good night.
Good night.
All right, guys. Remember next Wednesday night, 22nd, I'm gonna be doing some giveaways. Maybe have the link out in the stream for y'all. Do some Christmas giveaways. I got a lot of things I'd like to give you guys. Multiple giveaways. I will put little packs together and put them on the Jersey Digs page on Facebook so you can see them. I don't have a community on YouTube yet. And check out the Gold Digger Metal Detector. Say Jersey Ray Diggs sent you. And remember, Christmas doesn't end on Christmas Day. It actually begins on Christmas Day and ends on January 6th. So that's why I'm doing my show on the 22nd with some gifts for you guys. And you'll get them during that week, the 12 actual days of Christmas. So peace. Good night.